Hi guys, how are you all doing? Hope everyone is doing well. So I'm back and today I'm going to do a review of the new Charlotte Tilbury Magic Foundation. So here's the foundation. I purchased this foundation about a week ago now, so I've been using it for a few days now, and yeah, I'm ready to tell you a bit about it. Now the foundation itself retails for £29, I believe, on online. I did pick mine up online just because I wasn't able to get to a shop that sold Charlotte Tilbury makeup, unfortunately. So yeah, so that's why I picked mine up online. However, I would highly suggest that you don't make my mistake and pick it up online and you go in store to get this, simply because I picked up the wrong shade. Now on the Charlotte Tilbury website, the shades have a description underneath them, and I looked at the description for the dark shade, and I'll read that out to you in a moment, and I thought that it described my skin tone, but unfortunately it didn't. Now I think I just mentioned that the foundation retails for £29. It's actually £29.50 on the Charlotte Tilbury website. Now it's an expensive foundation because Charlotte Tilbury is an expensive, more high-end makeup brand. However, it's not ridiculously expensive, you know, where you're paying like nearly £40 for a certain foundation. So it's still more on the kind of affordable high-end range, if that makes sense. So yeah, so I'm quite impressed by that, to be honest, because I did think it was going to be more expensive than that. The shade that I picked up was the darkest shade, which was shade number 12. Now there are 15 shades in this range, so it ranges from really light to very dark skin tone, so it's a very big range. She does have some 0.5s in there, a few 0.5 shades, so that's why it looks like they're 12 shades, but they're actually 15 because she has done, you know, like 9.5 for example in some of her shading. Okay, so the reason I picked it up in shade number 12 is because, and I'll just quickly read it out to you, on the Charlotte Tilbury website she says that shade number 12 is a deep espresso for dark skin tones with neutral to red undertones. Now I am an NW45, so I typically thought to myself, oh, that would kind of suit my skin tone, but I was really wrong. So I actually really believe that I might be 2 shades lighter, which is shade number 10. And shade number 10 is described as a warm amber for deep to dark skin tones with neutral to red undertones. So I think shade number 10 is probably more what I am. I got mine online, so obviously I got the Charlotte Tilbury, you know, classic Charlotte Tilbury box. If you've never ordered from Charlotte Tilbury, like, you get this really beautiful packaging when you order from her, and that's where my foundation came. And you always get a card of some sort, and this one is the Magic Foundation card, really beautiful, and she just tells you a bit about the product. And you also get this envelope, which you always get in Charlotte Tilbury's orders. So I got 3 sample shades of the foundation, and this is what they look like. So I got number 10, number 11 and number 12. So I am thinking what I'm going to do is use these, or the 2 lighter shades, to mix into my foundation. Just because it is, you know, very dark for me, so I need something to like lighten it up a bit. So I think that's what I'm going to actually do with these shades. And then you also get some other samples, and this one here is the Supermodel Body, I don't know, some form of cream, which I'll try out. And then you got another one, which is the Wonder Glow. Yeah, so I'll try all of that out, and yeah, it should be good. This foundation, Charlotte Tilbury claims, is supposed to be like an all-in-one foundation kind of foundation. It's supposed to be full coverage, it has a demi-matte finish, and it's supposed to be long-lasting as well. It says it's enriched with hyaluronic acid, Larasil, and the concentrated power of vitamin C, and it says that the skin is moisturized, dewy, and your pores are minimized as well. Now I will come to whether or not I can testify to that claim, but this is what the foundation bottle looks like. It is a beautiful, beautiful bottle. It's a glass bottle. Guys, I'll tell you a quick funny story about this. When I got the foundation, I didn't realise that you could take this off, and this is it's a pump. So what I did, because I was like pulling it and it wasn't coming off, so what I did, I just twisted it open, and I was like, oh, there's no pump, there's no nothing, and I thought you had to use it like that. Yes, I'm not very smart sometimes, guys. So anyway, so there is a pump to this foundation, and that's the pump there, and of course I've used mine already. And yeah, it just has like this gold cap. You get 30 mils of the foundation, which is really good. This is the standard amount that you should get in a foundation anyway. Okay, so I'm just going to show you what the foundation looks like on. So one pump, and I'll just pump it on here. One pump gives you quite a lot of product. So you can see that there. It's quite a thick formula. It doesn't run, you know, it's not a runny formula, it's quite a thick formula foundation. And like I said, this unfortunately is too dark for me, but I will show you me now applying it right now. And you can see it gives a really nice coverage on the skin. Okay guys, so this lasted for 3 to 4 hours on my skin before my oils started to show and my face became very dewy looking towards the end of the day. So this is what one pump looks like. So that's it applied on the back of my hand, so you can kind of see the kind of coverage it gives onto my hand, so yeah, it is a full coverage foundation. Like, you know, Charlotte Tilbury mentioned, it is a demi matte foundation. So if you're one that loves, you know, completely matte foundations, you probably won't like this. This gives you more of a natural glow, natural finish to your skin. Okay, so I've given it some time to kind of like settle on my skin, and you can kind of see, you know, the finish that the foundation has. So you can see it's not completely matte, but it's not like greasy or oily looking. It's got more like a satin kind of finish to it, which is quite nice. And as you can tell, like, look at the difference, guys. It's just not my shade at all. It's just very dark. So I like this foundation. I don't love this foundation. I will say that I was, you know, kind of expecting a bit more from it. Now, Charlotte Tilbury claims that this foundation does a lot of stuff, which I didn't want to be skeptical about, but I was a little skeptical about before I bought it. But then when I bought it and tried it, you know, my skepticism was kind of, you know, supported. But one of the first claims is that it, you know, it's really good for covering hyperpigmentation. Now, we all know, or if you don't know, if you can check out some of my Get Ready With Me videos, but I have like dark hyperpigmentation patches under my eyes. You know, they come like around here, just under my eyes. They just come down and they make me look really tired if I don't wear any makeup or any concealer under my eyes, unfortunately. With this foundation, it did cover, but it didn't give me the full coverage that I was expecting. It's supposed to also make your skin look quite youthful, which I actually think it does. I wore it the other day and I got quite a few compliments actually on my foundation, and I was only wearing the Charlotte Tilbury one. It does give you kind of that, you know, demi soft matte finish, which gives you a nice glow to it, which makes you look more youthful in your skin. So that is really nice. I mean, the finish of the foundation is actually really quite nice. But like I said, if you're one that loves complete matte finishes, then you probably won't like this. But I used to be one that loved complete matte finishes, but you know, more recently I've been more open to trying other types of foundations and making my skin look more dewy but not oily, if that makes sense. So yeah, so I like that finish about it. I did like that about it, to be quite honest with you. In terms of poreless, I don't really struggle with pores, like I said before, so it wasn't really a big issue for me with the pores, but it does tend to smooth out the pores that I do have. So yeah, so in terms of whether I would recommend this foundation, I would say that yeah, you should definitely try it out. It's definitely not drugstore foundation, if that makes sense. It's not a drugstore price foundation. So if you're one that's not into spending a lot of money on your foundation, then yeah, there's no point in getting this. But if you do, or you know, if you tend to buy like matte foundations, etc., then yeah, you could definitely, I think you should definitely pick this up and give it a try. However, the thing I would say is before you buy this, you should try and get a sample you know, from a Charlotte Tilbury store, because yeah, definitely get a sample first and definitely get matched first before you actually buy it. But yeah, I do like it. Don't love it, I do like it. So I guess it's just each their own. I thought it would do a bit more than what it does. Would I repurchase it? Probably not. Probably not, to be honest with you. What I am going to do though is I'm going to mix, like I said before, I'm going to mix my sample products into this one, and hopefully that should lighten it a bit, and then just use it with the lighter shades in this one. One thing I did want to say about this foundation, which I completely forgot about, is that I did find it did slightly oxidize. Now, where it's drying on the sides of my hand, can you see that? Where it's drying around here, it's actually darker than what it was when I first applied it. So yeah, unfortunately, it does oxidize just a little bit. I didn't find it to be terrible, but yeah guys, that is it from me. Hopefully you found this useful. If you did, then please give me a thumbs up. If you want to see me do any other foundation reviews, then I'm more than happy to do so. I believe I'm going to do the Ultra HD foundation from Makeup Forever very soon, so just keep a lookout for that one. But yeah, that's it from me. So thanks for watching guys, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care, see you soon, bye, ciao. And that's the only giveaway reveal I'm going to give.